So guys, welcome to a new episode of Desi Football Banter. हमारे साथ हैं आज आशीष, एसपी, किशोर भाई एंड देव. किशोर भाई नया नाम कुछ है, डंप ओनाना. क्यों भाई? Why? आप तो उसको बैक कर रहे थे ना?
I was forced to bite my words. This is one of them. Onana has been a consistent performer for us, but not on the. We want him on the other side. But yeah, right now, if I get a chance, I think I should dump Onana. I think he's got those jitters in him right now. So making it very clear.
So in the combined 11, if you're given the chance now to pick between Vicario and Onana, तो आप किसको लेंगे अभी?
Vicario.
अरमान तो सुन रहा है क्या? अरमान तो सुन रहा है क्या? अरमान अगर सुन रहा है तो प्लीज कमेंट करना. लास्ट वीक न्यूज आया कि होजे मोरिन्यो हैज बीन सैक्ड रोमा का जॉब से. कम्स एज अ रियली नो सरप्राइज. बेसिकली थर्ड सीजन था तो ऑब्वियस तो था ही. एक अतरंगी इंटरव्यू देगा, हैरी पॉटर के अगेंस्ट उसको कंपेयर करेगा कि मैं हैरी पॉटर हूँ, मैं हैरी पॉटर हूँ.
E alla Roma è un allenatore che basta il suo nome per la gente pensare José Harry Mourinho Potter, no José Mourinho Felix.
एंड देन you'll get the sack. तो आज का डिबेट ये है कि डू यू स्टिल थिंक जोसे मोरिन्यो हैज इट इन हिम टू विन अनदर ह्यूज ट्रॉफी या फिर ही इज फिनिश? इज ही अ फ्रॉड मैनेजर? इज ही अ सीरियल विनर? क्या है बंदा? Is he in that league of world's best managers?
Yeah, genuinely, he's not there. Having said that, we can't say he's finished. He's not finished as yet. Every now and then he's come back with these titles, which you never expected him to win. Okay, even with Chelsea, he was there in 2003-04, and then he comes back again 2014-15 and still wins a Premier League. Even with this Roma team, I think he won the Conference League. Value nahi hai, but even then, win a
It's
title.
still a European
right?
trophy. Yeah, it's still a European trophy.
Yeah, it's an European trophy. Kuch to hai baat. The special one status he has earned, so I don't think so we can take that off. Having said that, is he there in that league right now? Not even in the second tier at the moment.
बट वो स्पेशल वन वो भी अपने आप को कोरोनेशन किया था यार. मैं स्पेशल वन हूँ, मेरे को बोलो स्पेशल वन.
I'm European champion. I think I'm a special one.
Doubters like you who don't give that title to him, so इसीलिए उसने ही ले लिया.
वो अपने आप को ही बिग अप करता रहता है, पता है, मीडिया में आके.
But it's a conviction. But
me.
He's not finished, but if he needs to do one more stint with Manchester United, then he will go.
But
He's very close. They just need
It's
one.
Jose Mourinho. Let's stick to Jose Mourinho.
but would you guys take him at United right now?
nah.
No, if he lack of choices, I would still take him. There are many things he brings onto the table. I'll discuss that later. But yeah, if there's no choice, it's ETH and Mourinho. I'll take Mourinho.
To answer the question, I don't think obviously he's washed up. I have a strong feeling that a man who can go and win titles and trophies everywhere. If you ask me, is he better than Guardiola? No. Is he better than a Klopp? No. But is he better than everyone else? Yes. Except for maybe Unai Emery because he's having a stellar season.
I'm sad for it, but that's life. And Unai is a fantastic coach.
He's better than most coaches right now.
I have a question. Do you think it's a distant possibility that Mourinho might go to Saudi to manage a club, earn money, and then come back to Premier League?
मेरे को नहीं लगता है. मेरे को लगता है वो पक्का ईपीएल आएगा. इट माइट बी चेल्सी और न्यूकैसल और यूनाइटेड, समथिंग लाइक दैट. ही इज मेंट टू कम बैक टू ईपीएल क्योंकि ही डिड नॉट विन एनीथिंग विद स्पर्स ना, तो उसका कुछ एक हिसाब बाकी है.
He could have played the EFL final at least.
वो रहता तो शायद स्पर्स मतलब जीत सकता था. थैंक्स
he's
जोसे,
the final guy.
थैंक्स यार, तू गया करके इसलिए स्पर्स जीत नहीं पाया.
To be honest, अगर आप देखो उस बंदे का record, I think he won the Champions League with Porto. I'm talking 2003. उस point पे he was literally one of the best coaches in the world. And you know, when you said he came and said he's a special one, he said it. Then they won back-to-back league titles. And the second one, I think they only lost one match. So there was a point in the world in time where he was actually untouchable. उसका फिर Chelsea में खत्म हुआ. He went to Real Madrid. Sorry, he went to Inter Milan. At the time Barcelona was untouchable. He beat them in the Champions League. He beat Guardiola side. उसके बाद Real Madrid also, like, you know, he won the league with them. I think second Chelsea stint के बाद, he won the league. Then it got pretty ugly. उसके बाद I think he went to Manchester United. I think I personally thought he did well. He won Europa League, and he also said very famously, "This is my biggest achievement." Despite winning all the trophies that he has won, he said, "I came second with this group." People were thinking that ये ऐसे ही बोल रहा है ये वो, but then with at time proved maybe he was right. And I think after that वो जो टॉप टियर से थोड़ा लिटिल लेवल पे आ गया स्पर्स के साथ.
When he met Arman, yeah.
थोड़ा नहीं, बहुत बोल सकता है कोई, मतलब.
हाँ. उसके बाद वो रोमा चला गया. So I feel he's not elite, but he can मतलब एक West Ham वैसा type, Aston Villa उस level पे I think they will be more than happy to take him. The thing with him is he will win you a trophy, but वो area को बहुत toxic कर देता है towards the end, like झगड़ा करके. And
when he won the UCL with Porto ना, that season all the European teams were basically fumbling, ठीक है, in Europe in the semi-finals. Apart from Porto, the only other three teams were Deportivo La Coruna, Chelsea and Monaco. Porto didn't have to face like Bayern या Real Madrid Madrid.
No questions on that.
Anybody beat
Questions on
Manchester
that.
United in the quarterfinals.
Yeah,
Yeah,
agreed.
A much superior squad, and that time Manchester
Agreed.
United was a
And
very
he was really good.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Porto beat United, ठीक है, that is one win I'll give to Jose Mourinho, ठीक है. But apart from that ना, उनका run in पूरा काफी easy था. And again Champions League win करना is a altogether different achievement.
Yeah.
I'll give that to Jose Mourinho. वो एक win के बाद ना उसका hype और myth इतना उसका वो बढ़ गया ना. And then every club he went to, like for instance he went to Chelsea, वो क्या बिना पैसा खर्च करके कुछ जीत गया क्या? ऐसा नहीं है. You heard people ना when they say कि Chelsea bought the league, City bought the league, ऐसे लोग क्यों बोलते हैं? Why do you think that is?
मतलब तो बोला मैन सिटी के टाइटल्स के वैल्यू नहीं है, ये बोल रहा है.
हाँ, obviously, but that does not take away anything from their achievement when they accumulated 100 points वो वाला लीग में, ठीक है, या फिर ट्रेबल वाला
अभी तो
winning.
पैसे लगाए थे.
हाँ, लगा तो है, तो which is why it is slightly tainted, no? You don't think so? Then you spoke about Inter Milan, क्या?
अब उतने पैसे नहीं लगाए थे. I don't think Inter Milan has that much money.
तो when they did a swap between Ibrahimovic and Samuel Eto'o ना, तो Ibra didn't work at Barcelona, but Samuel Eto'o का signing worked brilliantly for Inter Milan.
You are saying there is not a brilliant Barcelona team. In 3 years, they won all 3 leagues. They won 2 Champions League. It was a generational team.
हाँ,
उससे better team.
उसके पहले था वो सीजन में तो बार्सिलोना वाज नॉट दैट ब्रिलियंट. कहाँ फिनिश किया बार्सिलोना वो सीजन इन यूरोप?
They lost in the semi-final ना, वही तो बोल रहा हूँ. They lost in semi-final.
हाँ.
Not एक मैच हार गए.
हाँ, तो ठीक है ना,
वही
तो
टीम जीती फाइनल को.
हाँ, तो
फाइनल जाते तो जीत जाते उन लोग.
फाइनल बट नहीं गए ना. इतना अगर ब्रिलियंट टीम अगर
वही तो बात है.
गेम हार गए, यही तो पॉइंट है. गेम हार गए.
तो वही, अरे मैं भी तो वही बोल रहा हूँ कि तो दैट मींस कि दे वर इतना ब्रिलियंट नहीं थे वो लोग. तो द रीजन दे वोन द डोमेस्टिक लीग एंड डोमेस्टिक टाइटल्स दैट सीजन इज बिकॉज द रेस्ट ऑफ द लीग ऊपर मैच फिक्सिंग स्कैंडल वैंडल सब हुआ था. यूवेंटस हैड गॉटन रेलीगेटेड टू सेकंड डिवीजन, ठीक है. इंटर मिलान एसी मिलान को पॉइंट्स डॉक किए गए थे. लीग दैट सीजन भी काफी मतलब वन साइडेड था. व्हेन ही वेंट टू रियल मैड्रिड, लेट्स से रियल मैड्रिड में 3 सीजन में उसने क्या किया? 3 सीजन में ही won just one league title.
उस टाइम पे बार्सिलोना was untouchable.
टीम लाइक रियल मैड्रिड जो कि हुआ द बिगेस्ट क्लब इन द वर्ल्ड, ठीक है, उनके पास अनगिनत पैसा है. इतना पैसा खर्च करके भी दे कैन नॉट विन अ टाइटल. तो ये किसका फॉल्ट है?
तो वही तो मोरिन्यो आया, वो जिताया टाइटल.
एक टाइटल जिताया इन
Someone
3
needs-
सीजंस. एक टाइटल जिताया इन 3 सीजंस.
सुन, before that they got so many coaches, nobody could touch. बार्सिलोना के पास भी कोई नहीं था. ये पहले आया, सुपर कप जिताया उन्हें, फिर लीग जिताया. पेप ग्वार्डियोला, some people say that he left because इतना ज्यादा rivalry हो गया, he just could not handle इसकी वजह से.
तो what I am trying to say is basically वो यही टीम्स पे अच्छा करता है जहां पे उसको पैसा मिलता है खर्च करने को. He cannot manage a tight team like let's say Brighton. वो अच्छा नहीं कर पाएगा वहां पे.
पोर्टो में कहाँ से पैसे लगाए?
2 contradictory statements कई. एक था आपने पैसे लगा के चेल्सी को जितवाया, और रियल मैड्रिड में बहुत सारा पैसा था फिर भी नहीं जितवाया. So इसमें क्या है? What were you trying to say?
What I'm
So,
trying to
these
say
are
is
the
कि
contradictory
he's not an elite level का manager is what I'm trying to say.
क्या बात कर रहे रे बाबा?
Now
There are very few people who have won 2 Champions League. So
Pochettino.
Sir Alex has only won
Yeah.
2.
I'll give that to him. कहाँ मना कर रहा हूँ?
तो elite level कैसे नहीं हुआ?
एलिट लेवल नहीं है.
नहीं.
तू ठीक ठाक मैनेजर बोल सकता है who has won a lot.
nobody calls the shots like that. If he's got that capability, I think he's earned that capability. If he's going and discussing with the club saying, I need this, I said I need control over the budget, I need control over transfers, I need control over scouting, and if the management is saying yes, that means there's some credibility to him. You have to give it to him. And
विवेक
if
अगर
there's
उसकी
nothing called
पर्सनालिटी के
level
बारे में
playing
बात कर रहा है, that's a separate issue.
नहीं,
We are
वो-
sticking
Exactly.
to his ability as a manager. He's a
Yeah. I think the special one is something that has hurt you. Like,
नहीं. अच्छा ठीक है. Wait. Hang on.
One second.
Hang on.
Before Vivek, you say anything, I'll just clarify.
No.
Special one,
I do.
he said at the beginning of the season, he backed it up with 2 titles. Like it's not कि बोल के चला गया. He won 2.
वो मैं
And
मना
by the
नहीं
way,
कर रहा हूँ बाबा. A manager who has won so many titles, 26 league titles, is not a small manager. मैं ये मना नहीं कर रहा हूँ. बड़ा manager है and he has won a lot across all countries and but is that manager considered to be an elite level का manager where he has gotten the sack almost at every other club? जहाँ पे भी गया है उसको वहाँ से उसको फायर किया गया है बाबा.
if you are making a short list of top 5 managers, वो हर conversation में आएगा इस दुनिया में.
When you are a manager of a top European club, let's say you're a manager of Real Madrid or Inter Milan or Chelsea or United, okay, you are supposed to act in a certain way. Certain things are expected of you. उसमें वो उस crass वाला style ज़्यादा दिखता है. हमेशा titles is not the only factor by which you weigh in whether the manager is elite or not. By that logic, would you say Ricky Ponting is a better batsman than Virat Kohli because he has won 2 or 3 World Cups? No, right?
I would say Australian team is better than Indian team.
मैं टीम का बात कहाँ कर रहा हूँ, मैं एक प्लेयर का
वर्ल्ड कप
एग्जांपल
जीतने
दिया.
का बात
नहीं,
करेगा
but
तो
Ricky
टीम आ
Ponting is
जाएगा।
better than Virat Kohli. ये तो क्या, वो तो बैटिंग तेरे को स्टैट्स देखने पड़ेंगे.
नहीं नहीं, कैप्टन था मान ले, वो तो कैप्टन ही था.
तो जीता
No,
है.
I know what he's trying to say.
But you
Wrong
understood
example.
what I'm trying to
Yeah,
say
I got
here.
your point.
There are other factors as well. ठीक है, longevity
No, I
रहता है,
understand.
style of play रहता है, scouting रहता है, youth का promotion. How many youth players has he promoted who have gone on to become stars? 0.
Nothing.
ठीक है.
Zero.
कितने क्लब्स में he has managed to stay beyond the 4th season या beyond the 3rd season? 0. कितने क्लब्स में he has got sacked in almost every other club, barring Inter Milan, I would say. No,
ये जो sacking वाले का क्या relevance? Carlo Ancelotti has got sacked many times.
Yeah, Carlo Ancelotti has got sacked. That's a good point.
okay,
So
but
that's not a real metric, to measure.
नहीं,
somebody.
but Vivek, I think the sacking is a lot related to the person's personality. देख 2-3 साल के बाद ना, if you're eccentric, you will have to move. But अगर तू दूसरे टीम में जाके हारता है ना, then your point is valid. कि देख तेरे को अच्छे टीम से निकाला जहाँ पे बहुत पैसा था, फिर बिकॉज तेरा पर्सनैलिटी इशू है या जो भी है, अब तेरे को जब निकाल दिया, then you go to the other team and they're not able to replicate it क्योंकि तेरा you are being punished every time.
Okay,
You're being
fair point. आप लोग बोल रहे हो कि getting sacked is not a metric. ठीक है, I'll accept that. Which is what I was trying to say कि all this other factors भी हैं जिसमें he has not done well. He has won a lot.
Yeah, I would agree in
He's
that
a serial winner. मैं कहाँ मना कर रहा हूँ. In my book, it's my personal opinion. I know कि आप लोग चारों differ करते हैं इसमें. I still think कि he's not in that elite category. Elite category में for me,
कौन है तेरे elite category में है कौन?
Sir Alex
So
Ferguson.
what's your elite category?
Sir Alex Ferguson is the first guy. ठीक है.
No, don't go for all time. Just tell the recent ones because all time में तो we are not even discussing.
If your question is कि currently who are elite,
Order
currently who is elite is, I would say Ancelotti is elite. Pep be up and coming, yes, definitely yes.
Up and coming.
हाँ,
Pep is an up and coming
because
manager.
I will
कैसी अपमानजनक बातें कर रहा है लड़का, ये अश्लील है ये लोंडा.
Why?
Scandalous statement है.
up and coming manager नहीं बाबा, मतलब elite level के में पहुंच
Oh, he's
रहेगा, is what I'm
already
trying to
elite.
say. Because he has won in 3 countries already, right? तीनों कंट्री में झंडा गाड़ चुका है ऑलरेडी. आई थिंक द ओनली थिंग पेंडिंग इज इटाली. वहां पे भी जाएगा तो वो फोड़ देगा. आफ्टर दैट देन वाई वो नंबर 1 इवन क्रॉसिंग सर एलेक्स फर्गुसन इज व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू से.
चलो, Pep, Ancelotti next.
Simeone.
Simeone elite.
ठीक है.
नहीं. Klopp I would say yes.
Klopp.
I would say yes.
Klopp is elite.
For me,
Yeah,
yes.
He did good stuff at Dortmund.
For
and,
me,
like,
yes.
At least why Klopp? Not because the amount of titles.
roots
he
से
won,
भी
just
start किया
the
है.
aggressive football.
He has
The
proved
aggressive
himself in
football
all.
जो change किया है.
हाँ, छोटे
Yeah,
levels,
yeah, of course.
छोटे
Elite
क्लब्स में भी he has proved himself. With a different style of play, gegan pressing model उसने introduce करवाया basically.
तू अभी कोशिश कर रहा किसका नाम बोलूं, इसका नाम बोले बिना.
Zizou,
Yes,
okay,
yes,
Zizou
yes,
जीता है लेकिन
honestly, yes.
debatable है.
Honestly, yes.
हाँ, वही मुझे पता
Debatable
है.
है.
So इसका मतलब he's already elite, right?
Honestly, yes.
If you're trying that hard, that means he's already there.
Frank Rijkaard है, बार्सिलोना का मैनेजर
Okay.
था. My quick question to both Ashish and Kishore bhai, ठीक है? When Mourinho was at United, were you entirely happy with his performance?
So not entirely happy with the performance, but having said that, if you look at all the managers that managed post Ferguson era, I think that was a far more controlled era. Though his style, parking the bus, the defense was more focused on the defense rather than the goals. The attacking thing was missing. But I would never see a situation where we would lose 7-0 to Liverpool. All right. वो वाला situation would never have come if Mourinho was the coach.
Mourinho has a history of organizing defenses very well. I mean, you look at when he came to Chelsea. There are some seasons where Chelsea just conceded 17 goals, and then the previous season just 20 goals. Then I mean, what I'm trying to say with Mourinho is he plays with the he mentioned the statement once. He plays with the average of the team, which means he knows the squad pretty well. If he sees that a squad needs more defensive organization, he does defensive organization. Now, when he went to Madrid, he did not need a defensive organization. He just went all out counter-attacking high voltage football. Even he played really high voltage football. Real Madrid scored like 110 or more goals that season. That's a La Liga record actually.
It's a record in La Liga.
That's a La Liga record. Also, when he came to United, I think United, I agree to the point of Kishore, like we never had a situation that, we might just get peppered by anyone.
I mean, the bar set by Ferguson is a little high, all right? And he's not there at Ferguson level at the moment, and you have made it pretty clear on that.
So were you not expecting more from Jose Mourinho whilst he was managing United, considering the amount of money that
that's
he
what
had
Ashish
spent?
is trying to say. That's what Ashish is trying to say.
So
It's again with what he has in store, and he can get magic. He can give you Champions League with the team that is there with you, right?
I mean, he finished second with that. He finished second with the team, and Mourinho, I think, gave his thoughts like this, that he wanted to stay longer at United,
And, yeah.
because he was in constant conversation with Fergie, and I think they should have stuck with Mourinho for one more season.
वो आके प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस में ये करेगा, what does this mean, what does this mean, ये करेगा, तो उसको कहाँ रखेंगे यूनाइटेड वाले? नहीं रखेंगे ना.
And with that team he finished second. Like, come on, he was doing great, and we won Europa League, plus we won the Carabao. 2 seasons we had 2 trophies.
He also finished 6th. ये नहीं बोल रहा है अंडर मोरिन्यो, ये भी तो बोल.
In the coaches that followed Ferguson, win percentage सबसे high किसका है आपको पता है? It's Jose Mourinho with the highest percentage of win. हाँ.
ये बोल रहा है अभी, मतलब अभी बोल रहा है, मतलब वही होगा ना, और कौन?
कभी 6 में है, कभी 10 में है, तो लेकिन win percentage तो highest है ना भाई.
Mourinho का the problem with third season with United, that this is the problem with him as a manager. So I think he wanted some centre backs. The club did not back him, so he openly came and criticized the club. तो उसका ये सब चीजें, that is a negative. जो जिस way में अभी game आगे जा रहा है, जैसे Klopp and Pep, they play an attacking way of football. I feel his tactics now, they figured, like, football has evolved. Maybe he is not kept up with it.
He is not evolved.
That's a very nice way of putting it.
Third negative उसका है, जैसे तूने बोला, अगर किसी के साथ rivalry है, he can say anything he wants. मतलब वो एक रहता है ना कि स्टैंडर्ड की कुछ भी नहीं, जैसे आर्सेन वेंगर के बारे में बोला, कॉन्टे के बारे में भी he said very
Rafa Benitez
so I think we are big negatives about him. But then and then तू बोल रहा है इतने पैसे लगा रहे, nobody will trust you with that money because they believe कि इस पे पैसे लगाएंगे जीतेगा. तुझे क्या लगता है एडी हाउ को इतना करेंगे? नहीं करेंगे. रेपुटेशन
Eddie Howe is going to get sacked.
Obviously नहीं करेंगे. नहीं, that makes sense.
पैसे लगाने के लिए भी आपको इतना रेपुटेशन चाहिए कि मेरे को पैसे दो, मैं जीत के दिखाऊंगा.
Mismanagement of Salah and Kevin De Bruyne under his tenure was very poor. Like, even he mismanaged Lukaku. Lukaku went and scored crazy amount of goals at Everton. He came back to Chelsea, and again that toxic relationship began.
Then he again purchased him for a huge amount of money, 80-85.
Huge amount of money. Then he sold him to Inter again.
Yeah, very quickly, which is why United didn't give him the funds to buy a centre back. क्योंकि already वो साल United had already spent so much. तो वो थोड़ा अगर वहाँ पे अगर मैनेज करके नहीं एक सेंटर बैक को प्रायोरिटी करता, अगर उसको वो चाहिए था, तो वो सैक नहीं होता. उसने डिबाला को लाया from Juve to Roma.
I think even in Roma that was the challenge.
Yeah,
I think he bought some old players as well. Has sold some young players. I think the club also had to go through some losses there. So I think they were recording some 200 million loss, 21, 38 million loss, 22, I think 22, 23. So I think even I was watching the match. Last night I watched the match, Roma. And I have watched a couple of their matches as well. It was like, चल रहा है, अच्छा चल रहा है, लेकिन there's no वो manager वाला touch, वो tactical changes, वो वाला नहीं है. Because you've seen they've been just 6-6-6, I think 6-6-7 or something, I don't know. They've not crossed that 6 in any of the tables in the last 3 seasons. So I think from a management perspective, I have the special one. I can't be just looking at a conference league, or conference cup, and hail them for another 2 seasons. And his contract was due in June. And he was hoping that he would get 1 more year, and that's why he started those theatrics again. Because deep in his mind, he was recollecting those United SPURS wala days and all. I said, okay, I think the time has come. The special one wala is going to be.
इसीलिए मुझे वो पसंद नहीं है, पता है? इसीलिए मुझे वो पसंद नहीं है. उसको जब पता, when he gets to know ना कि भाई my time is near.
Vivek, that's his personality. I think you should respect that. That's okay. That's his style. You said he doesn't have class. That's his style. There are many guys who come from Brazilian streets, and all those players who come and show their skills. For me, actually, if you want to, do a comparison, I think he's like Anthony of United. Can he play football? Yes, he can play football. He can do that theatrics, the drama, the samba style and everything. And Jose Mourinho also does a lot of tricks. He abuses the referee. He gets banned for 3 games. So I think the fans are like, wow, Mourinho kuch kar raha hai. Lekin finally goal nahi hai, trophy nahi hai. So वो and you'll not be boring and mundane when he's your coach or manager.
You do well in big.
Look at his.
You do well in
look at his Amazon Prime video. That SPURS wala documentary.
He would do well in Big Boss.
Get me out of the house.
वो उसके लिए अच्छा candidate.
Yeah, Big Boss आएगा.
One question for everyone. Now I think उसका level maybe a club with some history, जैसे Roma, West Ham, वैसे type का club. I don't feel उसको अभी कोई बड़ा club will take him. What does everyone?
No.
Hey, but like a big club like Liverpool, do you think they'll hire Mourinho?
No, never.
नहीं, not
a club that is going. A club that
उसका वो tarnish हो रहा है. He's going down at the moment.
Not
a club that's going to move forward.
Might
the
be
club
Chelsea
that wants
or
to move
Newcastle
forward will not.
मेरे को लगता है
No, a
न्यूकासल या
club that wants
चेल्सी.
to.
Okay,
मेरे को
I'll-
लगता है चेल्सी
this-
में नहीं होगा अभी
this-
ओनर चेंज हो गया है.
See, the game is also
See,
evolving a lot. Like, मतलब it's not necessary कि तुम्हें ये Chelsea Liverpool के पास ही आना है. Like when the top stars are going to the Saudi league, him going to Saudi
वही
league
तो बोला,
sounds-
he might go to Saudi league. वही तो बोल रहा हूँ.
He can go.
Yeah,
He
he
can
might.
go. I think he can
He
go.
might earn money.
मेरे को लगता है वो यूरोप में ही रहेगा. I think.
तो मैं बोल रहा हूँ जो आपके यूरोप के चैंपियंस लीग फेवरेट्स हैं वो क्लब में से कोई उसको लेगा क्या?
नहीं,
जैसे
नहीं,
लाइक
नहीं,
मैन
नहीं,
सिटी
no way.
और लाइक अ रियल मैड्रिड बास. लाइक ही एक पॉइंट था दे वुड टेक हिम. ही वाज लाइक बॉक्स ऑफिस कि इसको ही लेना है.
पर्सनली
I
मेरे को
feel
लगता है कि
level पे
हाँ
थोड़ा कम आ
शायद
गया.
एक लास्ट ऑप्शन है
Stint.
उसके पास.
Juventus.
नहीं इट कैन बी चेल्सी. आई थिंक इट कैन बी चेल्सी और मे बी इन द समर न्यूकासल. मेरे को लगता है ऐसा. मेरा
Newcastle is a high
मेरे को भी
possibility.
लगता है न्यूकासल होता है.
Newcastle will benefit from a manager like Jose Mourinho.
Yes, they will.
And
Yeah.
so will
Jose Mourinho
See-
does attract big players.
That's a
100%.
fact.
Either वो relationship toxic होगा या फिर एकदम बाप बेटे बन
That
जाते
is
हैं.
yet to be
That's
seen, but
secondary.
he does attract big players. Yeah, fair point. Yeah.
take him for
And Roma में when Kishore bhai made a point about का Roma का tenure, I think out of the 6 derbies they had with Lazio, they lost 4 out of those 6 matches. That was also one of the other
That's
factors.
like unacceptable.
One more thing about the players that you said, Jose Mourinho, I feel like in that Lampard, Materazzi, those teams that they had, little bit old school, क्योंकि वो ऐसा है like he will, if you don't play well, वो प्रेस में जाके आपका नाम बोल देगा कि ये बंदा ट्रेन नहीं कर रहा, या like he'll put you out.
Luke Shaw.
Right.
Who? Luke Shaw. Difficult for him to be on the bench.
I
Yeah.
feel in the new
Yeah, he improved.
in the new
Improved,
players आज के जमाने में I don't think players he has not evolved his style. तो अभी
Exactly.
ऐसे वो करेगा, player will become
But
upset.
every player has exactly. नहीं, player का PR team है. PR team Instagram
PR
post
team
डाल देगा
है
and that's
तो
it.
वो ड्रेसिंग रूम हाँ वो खराब हो जाएगा. Because he did that with Luke Shaw, he did it with Paul
Same
Pogba.
ETH के साथ.
Yeah, it doesn't.
ETH के साथ तो वही हुआ ना Sancho. The Sancho episode with ETH. That's the same thing
हाँ.
happened. ETH is kind of old school if you see.
आजकल आप इतना खुल के criticize, you have to be balanced. You
थोड़ा-
can't ऐसे खुल के नहीं criticize कर सकते.
So is Mourinho finished? Do you think?
No, he's not finished.
Okay.
I think he's going to answer all of us like a phoenix.
Is he a elite level manager?
Not right now. He can be, not right now.
And where do you think he'll be landing up?
I think the clubs which dream of reaching the Champions League, not the ones who are already there in Champions League, who are dreaming of being in Champions League, they have a ready-made material in the name of Jose Mourinho. He can get there or not, but the press will be talking about your team, be it Newcastle.
Same question to SP. Where do you think Mourinho is going to land up?
Yeah, I think again he'll land up in the place where he has that freedom, where he can do the park the bus strategy and evolve it obviously along with getting good players. Chelsea is my bet in Premier League, and but I feel there's a bigger chance that he'll go to the Saudi.
Is Jose Mourinho an elite level का manager? Yes, yeah, no.
Definitely. Like he's the special one. So yes.
Okay, ठीक है. Same questions for Ashish. Do you think he's finished, Mourinho?
He's not finished, but he's in a decline.
Where is going to land up?
I think we can look at BFC also. Come on, Mourinho, come to BFC.
So this season he might go short-term stint to a Saudi club, and
Okay.
then he will be landed onto Newcastle.
Is he elite for you?
100% elite. Like considering his history, plus he's still relevant now.
Div, same questions for you.
No, he's not finished, but he's currently और एक दो चांस है उसके पास, और एक दो भी अगर खराब किया उसका स्टॉक कम हो जाएगा.
कहाँ लैंड करने वाला है?
I think maybe Newcastle, Saudi, or like Kishore said, one of those aspiring clubs, not just a top 4, just like ये Everton, थोड़ा history है, backing मिल जाएगा, वैसे टाइप का club.
अरे he will make Tacos की a world class centre back. मतलब
He can do it. हाँ.
टाकोस की भी अच्छा सेंटर बैक है यार, by the way, है ना? वो
World class,
अच्छा
world
लगता है,
class.
मेरे को अच्छा लगता है.
अभी he saw something in Maguire, तो क्या बोल सकता हूँ? Mourinho loves Maguire.
बट वो उसको बैक 3 में खिलाएगा ना, तो वो अच्छा करेगा मैगवायर, पता है. फाइनल क्वेश्चन फॉर डिव. इज जोसे मोरिनो एन एलीट लेवल का मैनेजर फॉर यू?
He is elite, but currently his record is not elite at the moment. But elite level. Already Hall of Fame में घुस चुका.
तो दैट्स इट फॉर टुडेस एपिसोड गाइज. अगर आप लोग को ये एपिसोड अच्छा लगा तो आप लोग प्लीज हम लोग को कमेंट्स में बताओ कि इज जोसे मोरिनो एन एलीट लेवल का मैनेजर, एंड ये भी बताओ कि वेयर ही इज गोइंग टू लैंड अप नेक्स्ट.